So we are on
Okay, you
the
did it
part.
today only. Yeah, it's
Yeah. So we are on this part, that is CSP creation. So CSP is basically whenever we are hiring any candidate. So in the Oracle, we have provision that we can add number of phases, along with corresponding to each and every phase there will be a state. So all these phases and states are configured in the candidate selection process. So for this, there are some there is one template given by Oracle. It is already seeded in the system. So for this candidate selection process creation, either you can use the existing template, or you can just create new template. So on that day, we have seen like how to create these phases, but there were few configurations. Like we can see that whenever there is candidate is applying for any kind of requisition, or whenever a new candidate is entering into the system, the phase for that candidate is always new phase. Depend on client to client. If you want to rename this particular phase, you can do that, but this is the first phase whenever candidate will enter into the system. Oh, am I audible clearly, right?
yes,
Yes,
Manali,
yes.
you're audible.
Okay, thank you. So, after the new phase, there will be a next phase will be screening. So you can see there is a step like selected for screening. Once you are in the once the candidate in the screening phase, if you want, you can move that candidate to the interview phase. So all this means, if you want to link, like whenever will candidate reach to this phase will be new and state will be selected for screening. So if you want to trigger some kind of like notification or the movement, like move action, so whenever candidate will reach to this state selected for screening, this will automatically move to the screening phase. Same like for the selected for interview, whenever candidate will reach to this stage. Reach to this stage means whenever recruiter or hiring manager will select, recruiter or the hiring managers are the two entities who are responsible for moving this candidate from one phase to another phase. Or along with this, there will be a hiring team member. Those can be called as a collaborator. If they have access, they can also move this particular candidate to the one phase to another phase. So whenever candidate will reach to this phase selected for interview, if you want, you can directly move to this stage. So how this move action can be configured? You just open the CSP. Here, make sure that you are in this recruiting and candidate experience offering. Under this offering, functional area is candidate experience. Mm, Sorry, functional area is candidate job application, and just click on candidate selection process configuration. So just choose one. I think so. The one which we have created, it is on the different instance. For now, I'll just select one this process. So this is the standard type. This process type is standard type. Standard type has all the 5 different phases, but whenever you will select it as a pipeline type, then you will not get this phase offer an HR phase. Okay, now I'll show you how to configure this new move action. So for this new, here there are different phases. I'll add one more phase. Since it is active, we need to copy this. Just Since that particular CSP is in the active state, you can't edit particular active CSP. If you want to edit in any existing CSP, then you have to make that a particular change the version of that CSP, and then only you can edit. Now, show you, like, I want to edit this particular state. Just click on this edit here. Instead of to be added as a candidate, I'll add as a selected for current. Okay, just save and close. So in order to get that move action selected for screening, here in the action tab, we have multiple actions. So among that, if you choose move, then you can see earlier phase was new phase, and for now you can select screening phase. And first state for the screening is to be reviewed. Just click on continue. Action is move. Okay, same like for screening. If you want to add selected for interview, just click in the action, click on move condition, just select this move, select the next phase. Interview to be scheduled is the first state for this phase. Okay, this is the way you can configure this particular move action. Is it clear?
Yes, Manali.
Okay, so next
So
is,
the thing is, we cannot make changes in the active one. We need to
no,
change the version and create a new one.
yeah, you need to either create the new version or move that particular CSP to draft stage. But even if you move to the draft stage, no, it will create a new version only. Just
Okay.
try editing, but
Yeah, we'll
okay.
do it.
So next is, this is the move option. Sorry, move option. Then next is notification, like for this interview to be scheduled. So whenever there will be interview schedule, if we want notification to trigger for particular candidate or particular interviewer, then even we can do that. So for in this interview phase, okay, whenever there will be interview scheduled or to be scheduled, you can click on send notification. Okay, you can select to whom notification should went. Then there are different types of notification, which again we are configuring all those notification. We have that different sections for the notification, so you can simply just add those notification here and click on continue. This is send notification. Okay, so this is we like whenever candidate will reach to this space or the particular recruiter will move candidate to interview to be scheduled space, if you want you can send notification recruiter, hiring manager, whoever with the part of that particular recruitment, or if we want just to send it to the candidate, you can do that. माझं इथे माईक चालू आहे, खोकू बिकू नका, पोरं आहेत ते. So next is after the notification, one more function is duplicate check. So duplicate check is like there are many employees like those who are applying for the requisition on the external career site. So they have multiple email IDs and they are applying through that different email ID. So before before this offer phase or before this particular interview phase, if you want to check duplicate there will be a different mail ID but person is the same who is applying for that job. So based on the email ID, this duplicate check can be performed. And for the duplicate check, we have that duplicate check function. Just show you before this feedback. Okay, in the screening phase only, all these actions you can add at any state. Sorry, but again it is based on the requirement. You can see here, initiate candidate duplicate check. So whenever there will be a screening for the candidate, you can start duplicate check, and you can notify to the recruiter as a or the hiring manager. Even if you want to add collaborators, you can add that, and just check candidate auto duplicate notification. This is notification which is already configured in the system, and this particular notification is for duplicate check. Minimum match scores to send notification. We actually there in the system there are different like based on pan card, like based on any unique identifier, or based on phone number, or based on different you can say like first name, last name. So these are different combinations. On based on those different combinations, they are checking duplicacy. For example, candidate is having same pan number, that is a high, it has higher score. So whenever if we found particular candidate with the match score is highest, I'll show you on UI where it is actually appearing. So based on this score, recruiter have right either to reject or to send notification to that particular employee. We are checking just duplicacy, but we are not rejecting that candidate directly. So it is just for the recruiter to check whether that particular candidate is already existing in the system, or a particular candidate is applying for the multiple requisition and all that case. It is just for the validation purpose. We are not triggering any action on based on this. We'll just move to the hiring. I'll just check whether it is already enabled on this instance or not. Okay, just open this. Okay, open this candidate. Okay. So here, like face, date, last contacted, candidate number, feedback rating. Here only you will get duplicate check tab. I'll check for this CSP it is there or not. Okay, it is there. You can see this tab, check duplicates. I'll just click on this check duplicates. So it is asking for duplicate on based on this person number, email. No potential duplicate is found. Okay, once you will move back, see duplicate check, it is showing gray color. So actually there in the system we don't need to look at all these how duplicate has been like what formulas they are using, but these are the different score which is given to the based on this is match score based on different combinations like email address, phone number and all. The highest score is given to if we find the candidate with the same unique identifier, then that is exact duplicate in the system. There might be a two candidate having same like having same first name, last name, but their mobile number can be different. All these combinations they are checking in this duplicate check. So next click on continue and just save and close. So if we like I have added this duplicate check on the state review. So whenever will candidate reach to this step, then only this particular tab get enabled on this UI where we are seeing this tab. So it will get enabled at the point when exactly candidate reach to that state or the reach to that phase. Okay, is that clear or any confusion, like what are the different actions? Sometimes
No, it's
we
clear.
need to, yeah, sometimes we need to enable the send interview invite for this testing purpose right now. So these are the different this initiate background check. Again, it is third party integration. So while we are configuring this initiate background check, we need to provide that third party name. Request assessment is okay. Request assessment is like, for example, before interview, if you if a recruiter wants to add some kind of assessment, like if you want to check communication of that particular person, then before the selected for interview, here phone screen once phone screening is completed, you can add a request assessment. Again, this assessment will be third party integrations. Like for the communications, we are using some different third party tools. Like for aptitude test, if we are using some different sites. So all those third party integrations are come over here, but it is related to assessment. Like if we are checking for particular skills or something, that we can configure in this assessment tab. Then next to this, there are send inter. These are request tax credit scoring and calculated computed field. These are specific to US clients. They have some tax rules and something. So based on this, two actions are triggered. So, and the one is request secondary information. So for example, in the CSP, you can see before candidate moving to this offer phase, like it is pre-offer stage. So before candidate moving to offer phase, if you want to ask for few more documents, like if you want to ask for PAN card copy or passport or some kind of other documents, then you can collect all those documents before moving to this offer phase. So for this PAN card soft copy or passport copy or some any other documents you require, what we need to do, we need to add this request more information. This is called as RMI job flow. This request more information is RMI job flow. So just look uh, before this RMI job flow, I'll show you how to create this RMI flow. Currently it is in the draft stage. We have to move to this particular job, where we have configured this job application flow. Okay. So in this job application flow configuration, if you remember, in this job application flow, there were different blocks like apply flow, request more information, talent community flow. So from here, we are using this. Yes, any doubt? I'll just create one RMI. Just remember this configuration. In CSP, we are using this RMI flow. I'm just giving name ORC RMI. To here we have to choose request information and just click save and continue. Okay, so I just want to add documents. So you can see all these are the blocks. All these blocks are also available for the talent community flow as well as those that particular apply flow, but not all. Like total apply flow has maximum blocks, total 21 blocks were there, but currently here for this RMI flow very few blocks were enabled. So I just want this documents. So I'll just add one miscellaneous document. Just you have to give the name of version. Select. I just want this document to be named as PAN. Click on save. Okay. Then next, one more document I want to add is, I'll just choose attachment required, passport. Even if you want to add like offer letter before releasing offer, if you want offer letter attachment required, click on save and just click on save and activate. This is already you have to activate this particular job application flow. So that this is request information job application flow. Okay, now just move to this flow is already created. Now we have to move to candidate okay, what was the name of the flow which we have created?
Click on last modified, you'll get it. Once more. Yeah,
Okay,
this is ORCCSP.
okay. So finally, before like offer and this interview and selection, I'm just trying to add, whenever selected for offer, I want to collect some more information. So you have to click on action, request secondary information. Here, see, this is the flow which we have configured, ORCRMI. And whatever the notification you want to choose, you can choose this request information notification. Click on continue, save and close. And so these are the various options which are there in the CSP, like move, send notification, duplicate check, request more information. So all the CSPs are again based on the different requisition, again based on the different client requirement. So you can choose different CSPs for two different job requisitions. Okay, finally I'll select this, edit this process. You have to mark this as status as active. Again, for the recruitment type, this context information is for particular recruitment type, you want to make this as a default. For now, for this campus type, I want this to be default job CSP, then you can do that. For particular organization, for particular job family functions, you can choose that particular function and make it as a default. So while recruiter or hiring manager will create that particular requisition, all this the CSP will like in that particular drop down you will get that particular CSP. Just click on save and close. Okay, so currently the CSP is active right now. Now we will try creating one requisition. Till here clear, like any doubt?
Manali, I have a question here.
Yes.
Last time when I was trying, I was able to send the interview notification to the candidate. But when candidate was trying to respond back on the mail was not going. So I want to know where that setting is being done.
uh, Through candidate mail ID you are sending mail.
Yeah, yeah. So
You're doing that for you are testing that for that those test cases or some another
Yeah,
function.
those test cases, na.
So sometime
Uh,
on demo instance, we have that problem. Like we don't need to configure it, is by default functionality of system. But
okay.
like whenever candidate is sending notification, we don't have control for this. But if there is no notification is triggered from system to mail, we have that thing to configure. Those are the notification. Like
No, no,
you are facing problem while candidate is sending mail from their mail ID, right?
yeah, for example, you
So
ask for a PAN card. The PAN card will be attached in the candidate gate on the candidate gateway page by the applicant by logging into system, or he can just send it through email and it
so
will come into his profile.
yeah, we don't have control on that thing. Like whatever the mails coming from outside, if it is not showing up in the system,
Hmm.
exactly, we don't have restriction on configuration for that thing. Like as of now I don't know, but if something, if you want to trigger some kind of notification from system to candidate, we have that provision.
No, no. Like for example, you added that you created a PAN card notification. You
Yes,
want an extra document
but
from the.
sometimes if you are filling with this problem, no, it is maybe due to this demo instance.
No, 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 no. Understand my question first.
Okay.
My question is, I am asking the candidate, give me your PAN card, give me your passport copy.
Yes.
How he or she is supposed to enter that into system? Via mail, or is there some place on that carrier site where he can log in and add those details to that particular job opening?
No, this particular, like just now we have seen, whenever we are asking for that PAN card thing, a request information flow, there will be a there is some notification which we have configured, right? So
Yes,
through that
agree.
notification, mail will be triggered to the candidate, and on that mail, particular link will be there to attach those particular document, or particular link will redirect you to the system.
Okay, let me try this part. I've not tried this. Link part I have not seen. Let me try this. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just trying to create any existing requisition. Okay, I'm selecting here recruitment type as a campus. Let's see whether that particular requisition CSP is appearing or not. Some default CSP. What was that? This CSP is already set as a default for the campus. Where is the name of our CSP? Is this the one which we have created? ORC CSP. Yes. Since we are since we are using this as an existing requisition, that's why it is not appearing, because there is already a one CSP which is attached with this requisition. But if you create the new requisition in that scenario, if we have selected recruitment type as a campus, then you will see this is as a by default CSP. Just choose the CSP. There will be a no job application flow. Any one of you have created job application flow on this instance? Dev 33.
No, we are working on Dev 5 only.
Okay.
This configuration you have not shared with us.
Okay. So here you will connect with the CSP and external flow, job application flow. Okay. So for whenever we are creating any CSP, so appearing for that for particular showing up that CSP on UI, we don't need to run any scheduler. It will auto populate whenever we will create any CSP. Just make sure that particular CSP is in the active state. These are the okay. Okay. Just one topic is left, like rejected by employer, withdrawn by employer. So in as we have seen, like there are some reasons we can fetch. Here I'll just open one CSP. Yeah, just open the CSP. In the CSP, if you want to add the reason, you can just select region group, and these were the different folders like visible: employer rejection region, candidate rejection region. So just try checking, like for the different phases. I'll drop this as a question. Just a minute. Okay. For the different phases like this, if we want to choose for this phase, new phase, this particular reason rejected by employer reason should be different, and withdrawn by the candidate reason should be, obviously this withdrawn by candidate reason are visible to candidate whenever he is withdrawing from that particular requisition or rejecting for that particular requisition. So I just want you to check, like in the different phase, if you want to like configure the different reason for the employer as well as candidate, is that possible or not? Okay, I'll just show you where to configure this particular region. So in this candidate selection process configuration, there is candidate selection process region. So in this region, these are the different reasons, like candidate decline, job offer, work relations. I'll just create one region. These are the reasons. If you want to create reason, I'll just select one reason. Just drop this as you can give the code, whatever, make it as active. This is one region I have created. One more you can add. Just add two regions. Make it this as active. Okay, save and close. Once we you have created this number of region, then click on this group, and here you can select these are already the existing group. If you want, you can create the new group. Just creating one new group. Employer rejection reason 2, 00123, and make this as status as active. And by clicking over here, either you can create new reasons or you can just add the reasons from the existing, and just select reason. Mismatch with company culture is the one. one more I've created is uh, this duo communicate. Okay, save and close. So whatever the groups you are creating over here, all these groups were appearing over there. Okay, this is a simple like short topic like candidate selection process regions. So in this section, you can configure different regions based on the requirement. Okay. Okay, so this much is there in the CSP, like how to create these phases state, how to configure move actions, notification, duplication check, send interview invite. So just try enabling all these options at different phases so that you will come to know like how these are appearing on the UI. Is there anything from your side?